Hey guys. So I just got this doll in a commission to paint, but I wanted to share her, because I'd never heard of this company and I am kind of impressed by them. So this is an Ancient Tales. I forget the name of the sculpt, but I think they just have like one face sculpt. But the company is Ancient Tales, and they sell on Etsy. It's a Russian sculptor, and she's real similar here to my similar-ish to my Bardo Research Peme. You can see she's a little taller. Her legs are a lot longer, but her core is pretty similar. I don't want to undress her. I think the Ancient Tales is just a little slimmer. Maybe not, actually. I think that shirt kind of adds a lot of bulk, but yeah, I don't want to get her undressed. But pretty similar to that, but she's like not even half the price, I think. Yeah, I think she does her own casting though, and Bardo Research is done through Haru. So they have a very different feeling resin. But yeah, if you're into mature tinies, she seems pretty cool. I really like the feel of her resin. And it's nice sculpting. She's got great tiny little detailed hands and toes, which is pretty cool. And she's only it's only like $140, or you can get them for like $120 if you buy two of them. Just kind of weird. I don't know who buys a 2-pack, but she's got a 2-pack listed on her site. I think it's $240 for the 2-pack, including shipping. Yeah, so I just thought she was pretty cool. She's got some pretty decent mobility. Single jointed, but yeah, I don't know. If you're into mature tinies, check out Ancient Tales. Just search Ancient Tales BJD and it's like the first Google result. Yeah, so anyways, she won't be getting painted for probably like 3 weeks. That'll have to come after I get back from my trip here in 2 weeks. But she just arrived today and I thought she was pretty cool, and I would tip you off to that company, I guess, if you're into mature tinies. Oh, and she actually has, unlike my Bardo Research Peme, who has painted on eyes, I know, out of focus, sorry, hers are actually, she's actually has inside eyes. They're itty bitty eyes that the sculptor does provide. So that's cool. That's cool. Just been working on all these face-ups. The 2 that were almost done I have now gotten completely done, and then the next 2 are like halfway. All the pastel work's done, and I am just working on skin texturing now, and then I'll have to do the like eyebrows and lashes and stuff. I always save the eyebrows for last. I don't know why I do all of the pastels except for the eyebrows, and then I do the paint, and then I go back and do the pastels for the eyebrows, and paint for the eyebrows, and I don't know, they're just so easy to mess up that maybe that's why I save them for last. I want to get everything like done and perfect, that if I mess up the brows, that's the only thing that comes off if I have to redo them. But I don't know, I seldom have to redo brows anymore. I've been done enough of them now that usually comes out pretty easily. But that's just kind of the order of operations I've kind of got myself locked into now. So I don't know, I think the brows really make the face and bring it together. So maybe I like doing that as a last step, because it's like, it looks great, but then you get those brows on and it's like, yes, now it looks great. So anyways, those girls are, I don't know, that's where they're at. I gotta finish the skin texturing and then add the brows and lashes and whatever paint details I need. So then I've got the Stella, who I haven't started. I'm going to, I think actually I'll right now work on getting her cleaned up. She's got some residue that needs to come off before I can paint her. and then the Modelin Macabre, which I haven't done anything more on. So that's where I'm at today. I think that's pretty good progress. I should be able to have, I will have the 4 heads, and probably get all 5 of these heads done tomorrow, and then I'll just have the Stella left to do and the body, and then I've only got like a week. I'll have 1 week where I'm working out of the house, so I'll only be able to work on them a little bit each day, but I think I should be good. We'll see. Maybe I'll push to get Stella well underway tomorrow. We'll see. I don't know. I was going to do some more work yet tonight, but it's about 6 a.m. already. So it's about my bedtime. At most, I would stay up maybe like 3 more hours, but I'm awfully tired today. I had a gallbladder attack last night after I went to bed, which is the worst. It is just excruciatingly painful. So I had a really crappy sleep last night, which was, yeah, interrupted by about an hour and a half of excruciating pain before I was able to get back to sleep. So the point was, I'm like extra tired today, and I don't think I'm gonna make it another 3 hours, so yeah. Well, I do this every day. I keep meaning to say, here's what I'm working on, and take like 2 minutes to talk about that, and then get into whatever I'm actually going to talk about, but somehow like every day it ends up being 10 minutes. So anyways, I guess I got about 10 minutes left. I can talk fast. I wanted to continue what I was talking about yesterday, with my professional doll goals for this year. Can move all these half-painted heads out of the way because I'm going to use some Winsor & Newton on this head here, and I'm just terrified I'm going to like drop my Q-tip full of cleaner here, and it's going to bounce and hit all the heads and destroy all my work. Yeah, which probably wouldn't, even if that did happen, but I'm just paranoid. So anyways, professional doll goals for this year. So I was saying in my last video, I want to do some more trades. And I think what I was saying when I got cut off was, you know, one reason I want to do trades is because money, but I also just want to I just completely lost my train of thought. Where's I going with that? What was the other thing? I don't know. I don't know. I completely lost it. Okay, well, forget. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Maybe it'll come back to me later. So we'll just leave it at that. I'd really love to do some trades this year for, you know, trading my services for things. I guess the biggest professional goal for this year is to just keep doing this. You know, to stay self-employed. This year went pretty well, but I did have, I did struggle a bit this year with my mental health and stuff, which slowed me down for a few months, really. And the less work I get done, the less income is coming in, because you know, if I'm not finishing any projects, nobody's hiring me for new projects, right? Makes sense. But so the problem is, when that happens, then I start using my credit cards, and then the credit cards go up and up, and you know, and so I was able to, you know, make it through this year, but I'm a little nervous going into this last year. I'm a little nervous going into this next year, that, you know, I can't just keep piling stuff on credit cards. I need to be doing enough work to you know, pay my bills and keep doing this, and not have to go back to a day job, a real job or whatever, you know. Yeah, I'm still employed at the place I've been employed at now for 18 years. Technically, I only work like at most 1 day a week, more like 1 day every 2 or 3 weeks, really, is kind of how it's been lately. But I've been doing that just to stay employed, so just I have that safety net. Like, if I can't make this work in the long term, then I can go back and not lose 18 years of seniority. But the problem is, at this point, I cannot imagine going back there anymore. Every time I do work, the place is just going to shit. It was bought out, like, I guess it was like almost 3 years ago now, maybe. And the new management has just been slowly destroying the place. And it is not at all the same company I was working for before. So, yeah, pretty much every time I do go in and work now, I just hate it more and more every time I step in there. And so I really can't see myself at this point going back to the same company. So, you know, if I did have to go back to a real job at some point, I have no idea what I would do. You know, I've been with that company for so long, I just can't, like, the problem is, when you're doing one thing for a really long time, is that's all you really know how to do. So, yeah, I have to find, if I were to go back, I would have to find like a new way to translate what I've been doing for all these years into some kind of new position, and that's floral. And I mean, I could get a new job. I could work as a florist with a new company or whatever, but I don't know, I'm not going to be able to make the money I was making with the new company doing that, because the only reason I was making decent money as a florist is because I've been doing it so long. Floral does not pay well. Just, you know, if anyone was wondering and wanting to get into the floral industry, you know, don't expect great wages. But I'd been there long enough, so I was. Cat scratching at the door. Anyways, so, you know, I don't think I would do floral, and if I don't do floral, what do I do? And, I mean, I guess the answer is, I mean, I wasn't just a florist for most of those years. For the bulk of those years, I was the manager. I was running the whole place. So I do have that. So I could go somewhere else and do managerial work somewhere, but that does not at all sound fun. So yes, that's another thing I want to do. So hopefully, you know, I can keep doing this all year, and that's goal number 1, is to be able to keep doing this. Keep doing this and only this, you know. Yeah, so that's the most important thing. Sorry, making noise and running out of time on my battery here. Looks like I got about 2 minutes left, so I better talk fast. So real quick, some other goals I have for this year professionally is I would really like to, and of course accomplishing all these other goals are going to be things that allow me to accomplish my first goal of continuing to do this. And that is to finish sculpting my head, which you can see right up here. Kind of see. You can't see that. It's too far away. But yeah, I've got a head I've been sculpting. I say I've been sculpting. I was sculpting and then haven't touched in months now. So I'd really like to get that more or less finished up this year. And, you know, if I could get it finished up for sale, that'd be awesome. Cast, not for sale, everything would be awesome. But even if I just kind of finish the sculpting and still need to do the finishing stuff, whatever, I'm gonna feel like that's an accomplishment for the year. That sounds bad, but you know, it takes a long time to do that. So I'd like to get that finished this year, and I need to get more clothing listed up on Etsy because I do love to sew. When I do vend at doll shows, a lot of what I'm selling is stuff that I've sewn, but that's all just whatever I've made and I bring in person, and I haven't never really gotten almost anything up on Etsy clothing wise, so I'd really like to get a bunch of that up. And then I'd also want to try my hand at some repaints. I've done a few fashion dolls now, and you know, work on this girl. I've done another one of this same doll before, so it's like I know it's a thing that I can do, and I just never really have, like on a Barbie or Monster High. And I do have a couple of those in the other room, and I just have never gotten around to actually going at them. So I have a Barbie that I rerouted, so I'd like to get her face painted and do, like, you know, do a full costume, probably make her an outfit, and list her for sale as a full set. So yeah, so those are all things that I would like to get done this year, and if I actually get all those things done, then that's going to enable me to keep doing this and not do something else. So that is my goals for the year, I guess, professionally. And yeah, and I'm gonna run out of time any second, so I will say goodbye, and thanks for watching, everybody.